Time for another episode of Minecraft Survival. I have no idea where I was going, other than the fact that I hate the way you're staring at me, so yeah, you must die. I don't remember. I think I was on a boat, but I stopped for the night, and I don't remember if I was going this way. But I know we were out to find a place for a base, and once we do, we'll go on a little bit of a mining expedition. Ooh. Well, first of all, another ruined portal. I think we found one last video, but here's another one, so that's nice. Good thing I decided to venture inland. There's a nice jungle there that I think we'll check out. My inventory's getting a little full. I wonder if this is a good place for a base, honestly. There's a nice, cool little cave looking nearby. Is there a jungle? I like jungles. I think the only problem is that ruined portal there. Oh, I could turn it into an actual portal. It's kind of not in great. Probably one of the worst ruined portals I've seen, but I mean, if you flatten out the land here, it's by the ocean, cave. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could take down the coordinates of this real quick. So I think I will. Jungles have always been one of my favorite. I really don't even know why. I mean, they've been in the game for a while. I think I just like, green's always been like one of my favorite colors. So I really like the lush green color that the jungle has. Forgot melons are here. I'm not exactly short on food right now, so I don't think I'll collect them. Hey, it's June now, which means it's a very special month. And that's right. It's time to play Pokemon Black 2. That's right. I usually start my annual Black White 2 playthrough earlier in the year, so it's already like started, but I play it mostly in June. And I don't know. I think I've just always associated that game with summer. I think it released in the summer of 2012, but I didn't get it till Christmas of that year. Yeah, it released summer of 2012, and lush cave maybe. There's an azalea tree there. That was like the last game I did not get day one because I pre-ordered every game, every Pokemon game since. Yeah, I think starting about like 6-7 years ago, I've played through the game like every year, especially over the summer. Looks like the jungle continues over there. Is that another Badlands? There's no way there's another Badlands in this. This is like the third one. Are you serious? But this year, since I have finally figured out how to access, I could get a hold of old Dream World Pokemon, so I figured out put a couple of those on my team. I think right now, I think I have a couple Dream World Pokemon on my team. I don't remember. I know one's a Mr. Mime, which I didn't think about at the time. I just looked through the list of Dream World Pokemon that were available at the time so I could generate it. And Mr. Mime, like, oh, you know what? That's a dumb Pokemon. I don't really care for Mr. Mime, but, you know, I've never used one in a playthrough, so I figured that'd be a cool one to add to the team. The only problem is I added it before the second gym. The second gym is a poison type gym, and normally it's a decently challenging gym. I can't say it's like too hard because you can cheese it with a Magnemite like really easily from the nearby Burbank complex. But with a psychic type, it is a very trivial gym. But obviously that probably wasn't what Game Freak intended. I already did a similar playthrough a couple years ago, except I used only Dream Radar Pokemon, but I actually have the Dream Radar because I've had it on my 3DS for years. I kind of miss the Dream World. I kind of wish Gen 5, even though after seeing what the heck happened with BDSP, I guess in some way it's like, man, I kind of don't want that to happen to Black and White. I'm kind of bummed that Unova didn't really get anything besides being like, I guess it's technically where the part 2 of the DLC takes place, but you're not actually in Unova because you're in a dome. Like, you're in a dome in the middle of the ocean. That's not Unova. You can say it's Unova. You can throw the Wild Battle Theme and Trainer Battle Theme in my face, which are good remixes, but you can throw those in my face all you want. You can say it's Unova. That's not Unova, man. I kind of wish it at least got a Legends game or something. Not that I think Kalos doesn't deserve it or anything, because X and Y was the first game I ever got on pre-order, and a lot of nostalgia for X and Y because of that too. But I mean, X and Y, especially knowing what we know now, are very rushed games. I mean, I think they deserve like a remake or Legends game treatment. It's interesting to see what they'll do because I'm sure I'll still end up playing it and enjoying it for the most part, but I think it only taking place in Lumio City is kind of lame because you're joking. Like that can't be it's another Badlands. I mean, seriously, like what? Is that the same one? There's just no way. Right? I don't know if I've looped back around or what. I should head off this direction instead because it's, man, it's a cool biome. It's like I keep running into it. I almost wonder if it's the same one that I keep bumping into because there's just no way. Also, I just now realized it became dark out. You know what? I'm not gonna wimp out this time. I'm gonna just keep traveling. I will craft some torches just in case though. played through, I think, Pokemon Y. I got Pokemon X when those games came out, but I played through Pokemon Y a couple years ago now for the fact that X and Y's 10-year anniversary was a couple years ago. Maybe I should play through it again before Legends ZA releases. I was kind of thinking maybe try to call back to my first team, because I don't think I beat Black and White 2 initially when I got them. So I'm like, man, I was just a stupid kid. Come on, it's unavoidable. These Badlands are unavoidable right now. I've never seen this many Badlands. It's insane. Pokemon Black, I kind of for the most part played it through with I remember distinctly using only a few Pokemon, but I was mainly using my over-leveled starter, which was Samurott, because Samurott is the best Pokemon that will ever grace the franchise, but I digress. Besides that, and sometimes rotating it out for a better advantage in gyms, I think I remember using the Gift Panseer to beat the first gym. I remember catching and using a Beartic so I could beat the Dragon gym. I remember after I got my Legendary Dragon, which in my case would have been Reshiram because I played Black, I kind of just used that the rest of the time. I wish I still had that original save file, but unfortunately the cartridge for that, I never deleted that save file from what I remember, but that cartridge of Pokemon Black, I have a cartridge now, but it's a different one that I bought years later. I lost my original Pokemon Black, and I know that's something I'm never going to be able to find again. That's what I remember. I don't remember what I tried to use my first playthrough of Pokemon Black 2, but I can at least kind of remember what I used for my first X team. I know I started with Chespin, so I had a Chestnut. It's kind of really the first time I did use a team because I was just a stupid kid and they had the experience share, so it was easier for dumb kids like me to put a team together. Is that an underwater ruined portal? Do these actually, are these supposed to spawn underwater? I don't know if those are supposed to spawn underwater. Anyway, yeah, I remember I started with Chespin. I had Chestnut. I picked Charmander for the Kanto starter, which I know I would never, ever do now because I have standards now. Yeah, I remember I had a Mega Charizard X, which I would never do now because I am Charizard's #1 hater. I remember that. I had Talonflame, so I had 2 flying types. I think I had Holucha. I want to say I had Holucha. Maybe Heliolisk? I don't remember if I had Heliolisk for sure on that first playthrough or not. I know I put the Xerneas on the team later on, but I'm sure I had something in its place before that. I don't remember exactly what I used. X and Y is another game I've played through so many times where I'm getting all my teams mixed up. And I know I don't have access to that original file anymore, or probably any of those original Pokemon from that file. Okay. Oh, crap. I accidentally fat-fingered Q for some reason. Yeah, I don't remember everything from that, so I don't even remember my original, Sun and Moon team either. I got Alpha Sapphire the next year, launch day, and don't fully remember the team for that either, because I actually didn't beat Alpha Sapphire when I got it. Initially, I didn't beat it with my initial team because honestly my initial team sucked. I remember I had Sceptile, which is a top 3, top 4 starter. The main problem is for some reason I think I had a Linoon and a Pelipper on my team, and this is pre-Gen 7 Pelipper, so we're talking bad Pelipper. Of course, Linoon is Linoon. I don't remember anything else from that team, but I do remember that, and I think I got frustrated towards the end of the game. I don't think it was exactly the Pokemon League, but I just remember struggling. It was towards the end of the game because my team was bad. I think I probably could have beaten it with the team now, knowing what I know now, but of course I'd only been playing Pokemon for 3 years at that point. So, or what came out 2014, 4 years. Yeah, so I didn't beat Alpha Sapphire with my original team. Or my initial team. I ended up playing through it again with a different team, and I don't even remember what that was on that team either. I don't have that save file anymore. Actually, my Pokemon Alpha Sapphire cartridge. So the thing about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire cartridges is that they are a bit prone to failure. The physical copies anyway, from what I've seen. And my Alpha Sapphire actually quit working. I think the save file corrupted or something, so it wouldn't let me boot the game for a bit. And I guess that's just my luck with the Hoenn games, but it works now, surprisingly. But the save file, whatever the save file was, I think I'd restarted at that point. It wasn't very far, so I don't think I lost much in the way of progress, but I think it eventually just wiped my save file that was on there to get the game working again. But I've seen problems where people have Omega Ruby, physical Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire games that don't work anymore. And I did buy the game digitally before the eShop went down, so I have Alpha Sapphire digitally now, but that's something I worry about because even though Alpha Sapphire is the first of those Hoenn remakes I played, I think Omega Ruby is more my main game now because I have a completed save file and I have Pokemon transferred from other games on there, so I hope that save file doesn't corrupt because that would really suck. I had Pokemon Moon. That's the game I got when that released. I'm sure if I looked through the decks, I could probably piece together what my initial team was. I remember I had Decidueye for sure. I had a Slowbro, but I remember those two for sure. I know I tried to have a Vikavolt on that team, but for some reason, unlike other regional bugs that evolve early, Charjabug evolves into Vikavolt very late into the game because you have to it has to level up at like Vast Pony Canyon to evolve into Vikavolt, and that's like the last island in the game. So that's towards the end of the game. And you're sitting there with Charjabug for most of it. And I think I ended up boxing Vikavolt by that point because I like Vikavolt. It's a really cool design, and that's why I wanted it on my team. And I still like Vikavolt. Really cool design. It's just a frustrating aspect that you don't really have to deal with in modern or games after that, because I think starting in Sword and Shield, like you can just evolve Charjabug with a Thunderstone. I think I ended up wiping that original Moon save file. Next year I got Ultra Moon. I still have that save file, so I know what team I had for that. That was a weird team. I actually have a couple shinies on that team, both from the wormholes. One is a Hippowdon, which, you know, it's not too rare of a shiny. The regular Pokemon in the wormholes have really high shiny odds, so those really aren't hard to get. The other one was like an Articuno, and I soft reset for that. I'm proud of that. The legendaries are still full odds in the wormholes, so I was very happy to have gotten that. I mean, shiny Articuno's not even like that great of a shiny, but I think it looks alright. I like how it's like almost white. It kind of looks like it's made of snow. I remember that. I think I started with Primarina. I had Magmortar, Lycanroc Dust. I'm sure I'm forgetting one, but I could just go back and check that one if I want. And then, yeah, Sword. I still have my original Sword. Let's Go is the only game I did not get at launch. In fact, I think I didn't get that till like half a year later because I hate that game. I hate that game so much. I hated that when they revealed it. It's Kanto pandering. It's a dumb game with watered down catching mechanics. It's garbage. And I can't even really play it now because it does not have Pro Controller support. You have to play through with the Joy-Cons, and my Joy-Cons drift. So it's quite literally an unplayable game for me at this point. So next one would be Sword. I still have my original Sword file. I think 5 of my 6 Pokemon were new Pokemon. I started with Sobble. I don't really like any of the Gen 8 starters. Cinderace is one of those weird humanoid starters, and it's really kind of ugly, and I know it's popular because, it's soccer and all that, but I really don't like it. Rillaboom is okay. And Inteleon, it's just, I like Sobble, and then we don't talk about its middle evolution, and then Inteleon is just mid. I had Inteleon, I had Gmax Sandaconda, Boltund, I had Galarian Darmanitan because it was a Sword exclusive. I follow Pokemon leaks. I knew the version exclusives ahead of time, and I think I was going to end up picking Sword anyway, but I know my last one. I'm just saving that until I remember the last Gen 8 Pokemon. The 5th Pokemon was also Gen 8 Pokemon. My last one was Unfezant. That may be a bit of a surprise, but I am like the #1 Unfezant fan in all the world. I was happy he was returning, and they gave Unfezant Brave Bird in Gen 8, which is a move it really desperately needed because it's a Pokemon with like a physical-oriented stats and a very special-oriented move set. But then they also took Return from it the same generation. So actually, in Gen 8 in draft leagues, there used to be a draft league site where you could be able to host your own draft leagues. It's a really nice tool, and unfortunately it's gone now. But I think on the site alone, I think I accounted for like 25% of Unfezant's KOs. Because I used Unfezant for a couple seasons. I think one season I got like 11 kills, which isn't like crazy for a Pokemon like Unfezant. I think it's a pretty cool accomplishment. I'm blanking on that last Pokemon though, and I'm sure I'll remember it later or something. I'm like, oh yeah, Dub. What was the next game after that? Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. All right, I think I still have my original Shining Pearl file. Probably my least favorite games of the series. I did get those day one, unlike Let's Go, but Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and it's kind of just beating a dead horse. Not good games. I had Torterra, Staraptor, like typical Sinnoh team nonsense, but I think I switched up. I had Sneasel, Magmar. I'm blanking on that. Not a very memorable game, and I guess I don't remember the full party. It was kind of unique compared to most Sinnoh teams, besides the starter and the Star Raptor. I guess after that would have been Legends Arceus. I think most people did too. I kind of had a rotating cast as a party. I know I started with Oshawott, I had Samurott, and I think I had like a rotating cast team members throughout the playthroughs, so I can't really give you like an exact 6. Then after that, Scarlet was my game for that, and I still have that team. I think I've rotated out a few cast members for some like DLC stuff and dex catching stuff. It was Meowscarada. Once again, Gen 9, kind of like Gen 8, I don't really care for the starters too much. I've never been a big fire starter guy anyway, so Skeledirge, well, I guess it's a nice change of pace. I just didn't play through with it because, Ender Pearl, or not Ender Pearl, Endermen. I ain't gonna mess with them. Quaquaval and Meowscarada are like really humanoids. I don't really like them either, but I think I at least prefer them a little bit. Cinderace, but I started with Meowscarada. I had Garganacl, I had Revavroom, Kilowattrel, Armarouge, Great Tusk. Yeah, I used the Great Tusk that spawns after you beat the Great Tusk Titan. I put that on my team. Probably a little unfair to use something like Great Tusk on an in-game team, but whatever, it's my playthrough. Kind of zoning out. I'm just kind of walking. I still really found like that great of a place for a base, and now we're kind of too far away from that one thing I found earlier, that one place I kind of like by that ruined portal. Really like to find another village though. I'm really desperately running out of inventory space. How did I even get brown wool? I don't need help, that's for sure. Ooh, cherry blossom. I like that biome. I've built a base in that biome on I think a server before, so that would be a really good screenshot if it was. I haven't really accomplished what I set out to do this episode. It's a lot more wandering around and talking. The rain's gotten all funky out of nowhere. I don't find like a suitable place for a base yet. I might just start going mining. I've ranted about Pokemon for 30 minutes. I really don't know what to talk about. I probably have enough food to where I could probably do an extended thing, but I have like no inventory space is the problem. So that's why I kind of like to set up camp somewhere, which at least if I found a village, I could at least set up like a temporary thing there. What world am I looking at here? I'm trying to figure out where the light's coming from here. What the? Well, I said I wanted to find a village. What is this? What is this? I was wondering why is there light coming from this cave? I thought, oh, it's lava or something. Yeah, there is some lava. What am I looking at here? Where is the rest of it? Where's the rest of it? Are there even any villagers down here? Where's the rest of it? I mean, there's some sign of life here. What am I looking at? What is this? Just took the coordinates of it. What the? I gotta light up this area a little bit. I'm so confused. I've never seen this happen before. What is this seed? So many Badlands biomes, which I guess isn't like weird, but it's just kind of uncommon. What is this? Where's the rest of it? It's in a cave. There's a 2-building village in a cave. Is the rest of it on top of the hill? I guess I'll have to look on top of the hill. Oh, I see where I'm getting shot from. I need to retreat for now. Oh, I can't eat glistening melon. Okay, good to know. Oh, there's the path for it. Is the rest of it up here? Oh, there's more of the path. Oh, there's the rest of it. But 2 buildings have been banished from this village. What did that guy do to the rest of the people in this village? He had to have said something really terrible. I'm meaning to find another village though, because I think I want to grab some like potatoes or something. I mean, I'm good on food for quite a while. It's just I kind of wanted to like start a farm or something. That's Minecraft terrain generation for you, I guess. I guess it's just how rough this terrain is. 2 of the buildings must have just spawned down there for whatever reason, or generated down there. Well, there's the potatoes I was looking for. I don't know, I guess I'll set up base near here. I don't know where though. Terrain's not really suited for it. Well, I guess it's a chance to do like one of those cliffside ones I've wanted to do. I think I will leave off here for now and we'll figure out what to do with the base next time. I kind of want to stay near that because that's so weird. All right, take care.